I don't even remember what the actual gimmick to this level is.
You have to
I just
fly
remember it
through
being a pain.
rings, and if you miss any of the rings, you take damage. And basically, you have to get through it perfectly, otherwise you might as well just kiss the run goodbye. But you have to run through the rings, which give you health. And you need basically a full health bar.
Right, because it'll just straight up
Kill you as soon as you hit the stained glass.
because you have to take damage.
Yeah. So your goal is just to get as much health as possible.
It's basically the Sonic minigame,
Yes.
essentially.
Yeah, almost. Yeah, so that is probably... Right. There's only so much you can get, so eventually if you take too much damage and don't get enough health, then you won't be able to survive crashing through it. And of course, depth perception wasn't on their list of things that the game needed. And I think there's fucking like 15 stained glass walls.
This level lasts forever. And each section gets more difficult.
But like the stained glass walls themselves are supposed to tell the story of Degulian and what his life story was. Oh. Yeah, I don't know how you're supposed to flip-flop, because you can never see where the flip-flop lane is. Especially when they're in a straight row like that. You can forget it. Oh, we're getting close to dying, anyway.
Yeah, I'm not making it through this next one.
No, that's it. Yeah.
Oh, this will be a fun one.
Yeah. Not really much to talk about on that one. It's literally just dodge through the...
Somber music in Sonic minigames.
It's called Hall of Pain.
Yeah, I'd consider that.
This is the last hard level. Once we get through this, the rest of them are simple. No.
Headed about to the same place.
Yeah. I remember. That's probably about as far as we made it last time, too. On average. Sparky has gained wings, and he's giving you a free ride to the castle. Unfortunately, nobody opened the windows first. If you want to live, collect the plasma balls and avoid the spiked tree trunks. That is all that the manual has to say on this one. Which makes sense. Although, they called it Hall of Pain in the game. It's called Stained Glass in the menu. The manual. So that's kind of funny. Boom. He's still making that potion. He's making that potion for 30 panels. Jesus. Ooh, is this a safe zone? There we go.
Don't forget to actually collect those.
I thought if I went in the middle that it would just accept me. That's so rude. When you first start the area, that's what it does. You go through those rings and it collects all of them if you go down the center. That's so rude. Unless that's because you have full skeletism, so maybe you need a jam on the A button while you're going
You can't
through.
do skeletism in this level. Skeletism requires the use of your hands.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. That's silly.
Yeah, it doesn't even show up on the thing.
Well, I guess it doesn't gather all of them. Never mind. I was just being silly.
No.
Don't think that was enough. No.
What's stupid is I think that's way back.
Yeah, that's exactly it. I think that's only the halfway point. There's like 15. Hold on, I'll look it up. Yeah, there's 14 of them.
This level sucks.
That's number 13. If we survive that one, then we go through one more and that's the end of the level.
What does
We're
not feel
one
like
away.
number 13? Ah! No, if I had gotten one more orb, it would have been fine. How did he go through all of those and not collect one more orb?
He's a mess, our Mr. Bones.
They should have had it so that if you press the skeletism button, it collects all of them in a circle.
Yeah.
That would have been so much cooler.
Test your button mashing abilities, because what else are you doing in this level?
Yeah, we're giving you something to do.
No.
It hurts even more knowing that's the one of the last ones.
That's basically the last one. Although it's gonna suck if you break through the last one and die.
Which I guarantee you will, but... I'd like to also point out this level has some of the lamest music in the game.
Considering you're just... There's nothing else going on.
Sounds like the loading screen in a Halo game. We're gonna moan at the microphone.
Yeah, but to be fair, that is then followed by one of the most iconic tracks of all time.
Yeah. I know it's supposed to represent like church hymns or whatever.
I missed it? Fuck.
Somehow. Despite everything. See, the way he flies off in directions is not normal. There's no physics there.
Damn it. No pause on the wrong side. Damn it.
All in all, this is not the run. Somehow miscalculated every single bane.
Yep, every single one of them.
But hey, if you get enough ore.
What's stupid is that almost.
Just get orbs. Just get orbs. Just get orbs. Just get as many orbs as you can. Just get enough orbs to make it through this last point.
Yeah! I think that worked! Yeah! Alright, this is the Skeletism Generator. Mr. Bones!
Bad end.
Bad.
You didn't get all the orbs in the ice lake. Sorry. Bad end.
Am I supposed to avoid the red, I assume? This is just a bullet hell with Mr. Bones? I assume. I don't see any other possible objectives, though. Ah! I had one job and I fucked it up! Oh wait, are you shitting me?
Hey, you should maybe heal.
I could have been doing this all along.
You should have been doing it all.
And I even made the joke that it was bullet hell shmup.
That I didn't correct you. Always be shooting.
Always.
ABS. Always be shooting. That was impressive that you missed that many monsters in a room crowded.
I do my best. Damn it. That one was a skull. That would have instant healed me all the way. Nope, that did not actually. I don't know. Thought it would. There we go. Nice! First try.
Yeah, your goal for that level was to heal the fool.
Yeah. If you just live long enough, he goes, you know, right here.
Getting rough.
Oh, is this the level I think it is? This is the best level of the game.
Whoa, this cat is serious. What he needs is an attitudinal adjustment.
Oh, yeah.
Funny Bones! Completely unedited for your viewing pleasure.
Shine a flashlight in his ear. You want to make a zombie's eyes light up? You want to make a zombie's eyes light up? Shine a flashlight in his ear. Which was a kind of surprise. You know, that math exam, I was expecting some questions on a piece of paper. You know, that math exam was a piece of cake. Which was a kind of surprise because I was expecting some questions on a piece of paper. Hey, is there an owl in here? Knock, knock. Who's there? Knock, knock. Who? Knock, knock. Who? Hey, is there an owl in here?
It's
Andy bit
this.
me again. Andy. Knock, knock. Andy. Andy bit me again.
Andy bit me again.
So, yeah.
Because he eats peanut butter. Now, why is the frog green? Because he eats peanut butter.
They actually programmed in like 100 different jokes, despite the fact that you only need like
What do you
10.
get when you cross a snowman with a vampire? Frostbite.
So the jokes could always be different during this bit.
To stop, give him some. How do you get a guitar player? Give him some sheet music. How do you get a guitar player to stop playing? Give him some sheet music.
Yeah, so the gimmick here is each button does
While
something
your wife
new.
returns to you, your dog comes back if you play the blues backwards. What happens? Well, your wife. What happens if you play the blues backwards? Well, your wife returns to you, your dog comes back to life, and you get out of prison.
What do you call a line of rabbits
All
hopping
jumping
backwards?
A receding hairline. Oh, I'm sad we didn't get that joke.
That was the best level.
That is the best level in the entire game.
And I'm always a little bit disappointed that it's not the last one.
To make this night possible.
This is the final level.
Fight with vampire blood.
What have you got for it besides 1,000 acres of stony lonesome?
A canvas of black. Who'd have thought one little white speck would ruin everything?
Me.
Me.
But I see red skies ahead now, Mr. Bones.
Thank you, ma'am. That's exactly what I need.
Damn right.
Welcome to your final test.
Los Endos.
Los Endos.
What did I do wrong? I thought you were supposed to just aim at the direction it's coming from. There are so many jokes here.
There are. There's like 100 of them.
Now, what do you call 100 rabbits in a row, all hopping backwards? A receding hairline. Oh! 3 tomatoes were walking down the road. A papa, a mama, and a baby tomato. Pretty soon, the baby tomato started falling behind, so the papa tomato went back, squashed him flat, and said, "Catch up." Oh.
That one felt very long.
It
felt like a
did
long
feel very
joke.
well. What do you call a fish that's missing an eye? Why do guitar players dance while they play? To get away from the noise the drums are making.
Can we get a hint on how to progress more than 2 seconds?
Well, I
And then you
suppose.
can go back to the jokes, but right now I'm dying in the first 2 seconds.
Mr. Bones must use his guitar to absorb the red skeletism shots fired at him, and then use them to fire back at the red skeletism field surrounding him. Mr. Bones' guitar can only absorb 1 shot at a time,
That's what I'm doing wrong.
so you have to shoot it off before you get hit again.
Yep, gotcha.
Yep. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's what it was. We were just being silly.
We just didn't know to shoot it off, that's all.
Yeah, it says, finale, you're trapped in the arena with no way out. A desperate Degulian has gathered the red skeletism of his remaining creatures and turned it against you. Your only defense and offense is your guitar.
If you shoot it into a place that's already clear, it reforms the shield.
Okay.
So you have to make sure you're always hitting red.
Okay, okay, okay.
or else you're actively hurting yourself in the long run.
Gotcha, gotcha.
And they don't give you time to think about it because then the next bullet's already
Already
coming.
coming at you, exactly.
And you can't block it if you have one charged up. Interestingly, you can do skeletism in this level, but it doesn't appear to do anything.
Right.
Nice.
Well, it almost looked like it was coming at me in angles, which was weird.
It only goes up,
Left,
right.
yeah. Because the Dreamcast doesn't, or Dreamcast, the Sega Saturn doesn't have those kind of angles.
I mean, it technically does, but they're only coming up, left, down, right. The Saturn did have 360 movement. It was
Because
just
it was supposed to have Sonic 3D Blast.
well, it had Nights into Dreams, which skew the rest.
Well, yeah. Jeez.
Everyone loves Nights into Dreams.
Damn it. You were a lot better at it than I was. Do, 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 do. Damn it. I was
That was
very
close.
close that time.
Yeah, it's all that was really close.
Damn it. Damn it.
Don't let it freak you out. Don't let it freak you out. And we're
There
good.
we go. That is Mr. Bones.
Me after beating this game.
Gotcha.
Gotcha.
Oh, now we ain't gonna go through all this again now, are we?
What do you expect to extract when you stick a pipette into the heart of darkness? Puppy dog tails?
Excuse me, but didn't you say you had vampire blood?
Shut up! I'll turn you into toothpicks and give you to gluttons who eat nothing but gristle.
Behind you, man.
What's the alternative to evil anyway? good? Ha! Now, excuse me, but the sun? Show me a good man, and I'll show you a hypocrite. Show me a hypocrite.
You know, he's trying to help you, man.
Waiting to happen. And I waited long enough. Centuries. The night belongs to me.
But it's day.
Over, man. The long red night has just begun.
I hate to break it to you.
What?
Goodbye, Dagulian.
Not much of a listener, was he?
It'll get fixed, though. I can edit out my own voice here, too. It's great. Once more, if you don't comply with the law. Oh. You know, we need to play the Road to El Dorado game on PS1 as well. I've heard it's really good.
Now she has no body, and I have no skin. Ho ho! It could work out. It could
Could happen. It could happen. It's like the only bit we quote from the game on a daily basis.
It could happen.
It's the last words in the game.
So that was Mr. Bones. Do you feel good having revisited Mr. Bones?
The levels I hated previously were still the same levels I hate now.
Yeah, no.
I feel like my original opinion of this
Icy
game has
Lake
been
was still
unchanged.
bad. And the...
Weirdly
All
enough,
of-
Big Bones, I think, got worse this time around.
Yeah, no, I don't remember having as big of an issue with Big Bones. As we had this time. But Icy Lake was still bad, and Hall of Pain was still bad. But we did it. And honestly, in pretty good time. I was expecting this to take until midnight. It's only just now, like, what, 11?
Almost.
10:56? Not bad. 2 sessions. That took you like a week last time.
Off and on.
Off and on, yeah, of course. We didn't sit down for like 4 hours. More like you tried Icy Lake for about an hour and said, you know what, I'm good,
I
actually.
don't want to do anything else with my time.
So, the only good things, But,
Someone will have to re-record this bit.
yeah, all the cutscenes were recorded in SSF. So, I did notice that the resolution is slightly different, like the picture is bigger, but I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. In the way that I'm editing it, it'll work out. So, I actually, because you could use the level select to just play the cutscenes, I went through and already recorded all of the cutscenes separate, and I'll plug them in where necessary. For reference, this is what that looks like. I'll show like some of the fragmentation on why I had to do that for some of the FMV scenes. Not all of them do that, but for whatever reason, it is just not emulatable, and it's unfortunate. It's just, for little stuff like this, it's not that big of a deal.
I can imagine emulating Mr. Bones was not on anyone's high priority list.
Yeah, I really wish we could have played it with an actual Sega Saturn. That's alright, I'll just keep playing the credits. I don't know how long that'll be, though. But yeah. That was Mr. Bones. That was Mr. Bones. And we get the... yeah, we need more funny bones. We get the pleasure of now playing
Well, your
Scooby-Doo
wife returns
64.
to you if you play the blues backward. What happens if you play the blues backward?
Yeah, this is the weird thing about this is it uses all 6 buttons, but it randomizes which ones you need to click. And it's not the same one, and of course then you have to decipher what the joke is.
Because he was dead, fall out of the tree. Now, why did the monkey fall out of the tree? Because he was dead.
Because he was dead. That's what we call a non-joke.
When you cross a, what do you get when you cross a snowman with a vampire?
Frostbite.
I found this violin and this picture in the attic the other day. What you've got there is a Stradivarius and a Rembrandt. I found this violin and this picture in the attic the other day. Unfortunately, Stradivarius was a rotten painter. What you've got there is a Stradivarius and a Rembrandt. I found this violin and this picture in the attic the other day. Unfortunately, I found this violin and this picture in the attic the other day. I took him to the auctioneer. Unfortunately, Stradivarius was a rotten... What you've got there is a Stradivarius and a Rembrandt. I found this violin and this picture in the attic the other... I took him to the auctioneer. He says... Unfortunately, Stradivarius was
That is a really long joke.
I took him to the auctioneer. He says, I took him to the auctioneer. He says, unfortunately, Stradivarius was a rotten painter, and Rembrandt couldn't make violins. I found that what you've got there is a Stradivarius and a Rembrandt. I found this violin and this picture in the attic.
You can get it. I believe in you.
I found this violin and this picture in the attic the other day. I took him to the auctioneer. He says, unfortunately, Stradivarius was a rotten painter, and Rembrandt couldn't make violins. I found this violin and this picture in the attic the other day. I took him to the auctioneer. He says, what you've got there is a Stradivarius and a Rembrandt. Unfortunately, Stradivarius...
Unfortunately, Stradivarius. That's Mr. Bones. That's Mr. Bones.